Nick Raimo on the line. Nick, what's going on, my man?
How are you?
Doing good, man. Really appreciate you coming on. Excited to hear your announcement as you're a super stud. We've been watching you the last couple of years. I remember first watching you at Fargo when you doubled up a couple of years back, and you've just taken on since.
Thanks for having me on the show.
Absolutely. So starting off, just first, let's get caught up. Nick, what have you been up to this summer?
I've just been training some freestyle, just working out at Apex. Haven't been going far.
Nice. Do you have, I mentioned Fargo earlier, do you have any plans this summer for competing there or elsewhere?
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to compete this year. I might take the year off just to heal a couple things and get back to 100% fully.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. When are you eyeing a return to the mat competition-wise?
I'm going to train all summer, train some freestyle stuff. I don't know how many tournaments I'm going to be involved in. But then, you have your preseason tournaments like Super 32 and those events that I'm definitely going to be a part of.
Very nice. So you're a class of 2019 recruit, but you're looking to make your decision today. What were you looking for in a program? What were the things that a school and a coaching staff, et cetera, needed to have for you to be interested in them?
The biggest thing for me is I'm really big on freestyle wrestling, and I believe that you could incorporate your freestyle wrestling into a successful collegiate style. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. So the international
style. So I think
styles.
freestyle has a major role of how you're going to wrestle in college and how you're going to develop.
Yeah, there's not much arguing that. When you look at the guys that are having the freestyle international success, they're doing great in college. Snyder.
Exactly. They're all NCAA champs and whatnot.
Yeah, completely true. What weight do you plan on wrestling at the collegiate level, do you think?
It's not fully decided, but I see myself at 125 or 133, depending if I get much bigger.
Right.
Because I'm a short kid. Parents are short, so I don't know how much bigger I'm actually going to get.
Gotcha. Well, Nick, the reason everyone's tuning in, everyone wants to know where you could be wrestling in college.
I'm going to be verbally committing to Arizona State University.
All right. Congratulations. Going to be a Sun
Thank
Devil,
you.
Nick Raimo. Why Arizona State?
They really just had everything I was looking for. Their coaching staff is one of the best coaching staffs I've ever seen. They're all good guys. I got the chance to talk to Zeke Jones, Chris Pendleton, Coach Pritz, and there's even guys down there like Jordan Oliver, and I actually had the chance to talk to him when I was down there for a little bit.
Yeah. Now, you're an East Coast guy. A lot of guys you don't see go West Coast from East to West. Why? Is that something that you even considered, hey, I'm going to be a long ways from home, or is that something that's maybe actually enticing?
It has, but I don't think that's really, a main thing. I can't, I don't want to say ruin my future, but, hold it off because I don't want to be away from home. You know what I mean? If the best opportunities for me are away from home, then I'm going to have to go away from home.
What other schools were you considering, Nick?
I'm going to be honest with you. It was really only between Arizona State and Rutgers. It wasn't really I didn't have much interest in any other schools.
It's really sort of an interesting thing in that Julian Claybove has also committed there. Is there a friendship there between you and him? You guys work out together or just pal around, or what was the connection there?
Yeah, we're probably going to be close to the same weight, but it's always good to work out and wrestle with those guys that are right up there with you. Because Ja'Cory Teamer also committed there too, so I think we're going to have a good young class to build that team.
All right, Nick. Congratulations. We'd like to talk to Damian, your club coach, about his role and his involvement in history with you. We congratulate a good group of young prospects going to Arizona State, and they add another in Nick Raimo.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations, buddy.
Thanks. Here's Damian. Hello, gentlemen.
Hey, what's up, Coach?
Good to have you on, Damian. Damian Logan, the head coach, head clinician at Apex, who's churned out some excellent talent over the years, one of the best clubs in New Jersey and maybe the country, a 3-time state champion, sort of a legend in Jersey. But Damian, what has your association and your history and experience been like with Nick?
Well, it's been pretty positive. Nick's made some gains. We connected around the 6th, 7th grade when he started to entangle himself into freestyle. He was working out here with a Russian. We have Alex Karnitsky from Belarus, who felt that Nick was going to be someone who would make a big impact in freestyle wrestling, and then to train him and guide him in the right direction.
What do you think made him special so early? I mean, he hadn't even wrestled a high school match yet, and he goes out and doubles up in Fargo. Did you kind of see that coming?
Truthfully, not really. I mean, I knew that his freestyle wrestling was very high end. He's very relaxed on his feet, and he had that feel of the European style. In reference to Greco, was in a lot, Joe Warren, and he would work with Nicky and Greco, and I think he was one of the guys that was like, Nick, with a couple things you should definitely try to push Greco. This is something that you can be very successful at too. And then at some point, Nick made that decision, and then, that Greco tournament was his first Greco tournament when he won Fargo.
Wow.
That the first year.
He looked, sort of natural at it. He looked like a guy that had been doing Greco for years. I remember watching that and just being like, this guy got Greco skills. I did not know that it was his first tournament.
I agree.
What did you have a role in his recruitment, or did you kind of say, Nick, it's in your hands. I'll just give you some pointers and my
in reference to his college decision?
Yeah.
Well, all I can do really is guide kids in different directions, and him and his family made a decision that of the directions that this was something that they were interested in based on the resources that were there. I do have some great things to say about Zeke Jones and his coaching staff. I think they are very good at what they do, from their support systems to the Sunkist Club to, the recruits he's getting in, to the type of coach that he is. I've coached with him at the University of Pennsylvania for a couple years, and I see where he's coming from and what he's developing.
It's interesting you say
Nick
that.
Nick is a unique kid.
Because, you had a relationship with him previously, and just like Claybove, who his father, Whitey, wrestled for Zeke at West Virginia. So people that have been around Zeke are making decisions or talking highly about Zeke. Is it difficult, you've been mentoring Nick and you've been coaching him up, and now he's not going to Rutgers, he's not going to Lehigh, he's going all the way on the other side of the country. Is it difficult to kind of let go?
This is his journey. All I can do is guide kids in the right direction. He's one of 15 kids who have committed so far this year from the gym.
Wow.
I think that, the culture in reference to freestyle and the correlation it has to collegiate wrestling over at Arizona State is something that is very unique. Mm-hmm. And I also think Nicky's a unique wrestler. There's only so much you can do. I wish him the best. I'm always going to be someone who's in his corner and someone who supports him. And I think that, again, the support system that's there is pretty high end.
Sure.
I'm not saying or taking anything away from other universities in the country. It just so happens that, Zeke tries to go outside the box with his training. He just had his team in Cuba. Mm-hmm. He's one of the most renowned clinicians and coaches in the world. And I give him a lot of props and credit for that. And it seems like it's something that Nick seems very comfortable with.
Yeah, it seems like a good fit, and you'll have a couple more years before with Nicky before he goes off to Tempe. All right, thanks, Damian, and thanks, Nick. We're very appreciative to have you on, and good stuff from both of you. And we'll see you soon.
Thanks for having us. Thank you.
Absolutely. Have a good day, guys. See ya.
Thank you, gentlemen.